America is a country that is full of mysteries and puzzles that might never be solved. From crazy unexplained disappearances to extreme government secrets, you know what? Let's explore some of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. How's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing. Welcome back to another Most Amazing Top 10 video. So before we get started, be sure to hit the subscribe button and join the most amazing family here on YouTube. And also hit the bell notification so you can become a part of the squad. Whenever we make a video, you guys will be notified right away. You guys will never miss out on a video. Alright, let's get right down to business. This is the top 10 mysterious unsolved mysteries in America. The unsolved mystery of D.B. Cooper comes onto our list at number 10. This guy starts it off. Well, was it even a guy? On November 24th of 1971, a Northwest Airlines flight was hijacked by a man who was concealing a bomb. He handed a list of demands to the flight attendant, who brought the list to the captain. D.B. Cooper wanted $200,000, which is equivalent to $1 million today, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane. Once the plane landed, an airline employee delivered a knapsack that was full of cash and a parachute. Cooper allowed all of the passengers and 2 flight attendants to leave the plane. 2 hours later, the plane took off, and when it landed in Reno, Cooper had mysteriously just disappeared. He vanished without a trace. No parachutes were ever found, and the ransom money was never used. This hijacking is the longest unsolved crime of its kind in FBI history. I'm pretty sure they're upset about this. They have no idea how to solve it, and it's been baffling investigators for decades. Even though this case was formally closed in 2016, which was actually quite recent, there are so many theories out there about the true identity of D.B. Cooper and what really happened to him. Let me know your theories about him in the comment section below. I mean, where do you guys think he went? The WOW signal brings us into number 9. The WOW signal was a strong radio signal that was received on August 15th in 1977 by Ohio State University Big Air Radio Telescope. It was coming from the direction of the Sagittarius constellation, and it seemed to be coming from an extraterrestrial source. The scientists who detect the signal put several circles on the printout and wrote WOW next to it. The signal lasted for 72 seconds, and it has never been detected ever since. Even though the WOW signal didn't have any information encoded on it, it actually remained one of the strongest candidates for an alien radio transmission that was ever detected. I just find this super interesting, and who knows? Maybe we've received signals, lots of signals since then, but the government is actually hiding this information from us. And just like that, Bigfoot. Bigfoot storms our list next up at number 8. Bigfoot is said to be an extremely tall, hairy, upright walking ape-like creature that lives in the wilderness and is known to leave a massive footprints. People have claimed that they've seen him lurking in the forests all across America, and because of this, his existence has sparked up a lot of debates and controversies. Some consider Bigfoot to be a combination of a hoax, maybe a folklore, while others believe that he could be the missing link between humans and our ancestors. Whatever the case may be, we have never captured Bigfoot, and it appears like he is very camera shy. So who knows, maybe Bigfoot really does exist and is extremely good at hiding. He's like the best at hide and go seek. Or there could be a lot of pranksters out there that are perpetuating this myth. The Black Dolly is now at number 7. On January 15th, 1947, Elizabeth Short was found brutally murdered in an empty lot in Los Angeles, California. Police did a thorough investigation, and they searched everywhere for the killer, but he was never found. There are many theories about who murdered this young, aspiring actress, but the mystery still remains unsolved. Her body was sliced in half, and her face was cut so that it looked like she was giving us like a creepy smile. Things escalated from there when numerous people took credit for the crime, but none of them were actually charged with the murder. Who does that? As more tragic details emerged from this case, she was given the nickname Black Dahlia. This has gone down in history as one of the oldest cold cases in LA, and it's also the city's most famous. Number 6, we have the Nixon tapes. After the Watergate scandal broke out, it changed America's politics forever. President Nixon eventually resigned on August 8th, 1974 because he reigned as president of the United States. Well, during that time, it was full of corruption and illegal activity. Now to this day, a lot of people don't know about all the scandals that he was involved in. But one of the biggest mysteries about the presidency is the missing 18.5 minutes that were wiped out from Nixon's secret tapes. He bugged the Oval Office in order to make recordings of every conversation that took place in that room. But a large portion from one of the tapes is completely missing. So what information was destroyed and why was it destroyed? I'm so curious to know what was on those tapes, but I guess like everything on this list, we may never get an answer. Amelia Earhart flies into this list at number 5. We've talked about her a ton on this channel. The last time that Earhart was seen alive was during the summer of 1937. She was aboard her plane and attempted to fly around the world. The scary part about this story is that Amelia Earhart vanished, just vanished without a trace, but US authorities believe that she crashed somewhere in the Pacific. But that didn't stop a lot of people to make up, their own speculations, their own theories. According to a bunch of people, she probably survived the crash and is living somewhere else in the world. There have been pictures of her allegedly still alive, and this is years after she disappeared. But at the time, the search for her was the most extensive air and sea search in history, and unfortunately, she was declared legally dead in 1939 despite never finding her body. Who really killed JFK? And this comes into number 4. The JFK assassination has always been associated with a ton of controversy. We all know that Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested and charged with the assassination of JFK, but did he act alone? Or was there another sniper involved? A lot of people are pointing their fingers at the CIA, the mafia, the Cuban president Fidel Castro, and even the Vice President Johnson. Did you guys know that only 20 to 30% of Americans believe that Oswald acted alone? So the identity of the second or even third killer remains as one of the biggest mysteries to this day. Escape from Alcatraz brings us to number 3. Alcatraz prison is located on a small island in San Francisco Bay. Between 1934 and 1963, it was used as a federal prison and it housed some of America's most dangerous and infamous criminals. But apart from that, Alcatraz had a reputation of being the most inescapable prison in the US because everyone who tried to escape, well, they were either caught or they died trying, well, except for 3 convicted bank robbers. These 3 men managed to escape from Alcatraz in 1962. They dug their way to freedom with spoons and they sailed away in a raft that was made entirely out of raincoats. The whole escape was masterfully planned, but no one knows what happened to these men. Did they actually manage to escape? Did they drown in the cold waters? Or were they swept away at sea? Well, it's really anyone's guess because their bodies were never found. But apparently a letter was sent to the San Francisco Police Department in 2013 that forced them to reopen the case. Was it a letter from one of them? The letter says, "My name is John Eglin. I escaped from Alcatraz in June 1962 with my brother Clarence and Frank Morris. I'm 83 years old and in bad shape. I have cancer. Yes, we made it that night, but barely. What do you guys think? Is this real? Could this be a hoax?" I'm really hoping that it is real because why not? I mean, what a story. And we might actually get an ending to the storybook. Area 51 jumps into our list at number 2. Area 51 is definitely a hot topic right now. I mean, this place is covered with secrecy, mystery, and of course extraterrestrial conspiracy theories. Apparently Area 51 is just a military base located in Nevada, but there's little information that is actually known about what goes on inside. Most people think that Area 51 is an extraterrestrial technology research site because people have claimed to have seen UFOs around the property, and past employees have actually testified that alien autopsies were performed there. Even though Area 51 is on the map, it is a highly restricted area with armed guards patrolling the fences, so maybe we will never know the truth about Area 51, and honestly, I'm not sure if I really want to. Number 1, we're talking about, well, the biggest mystery of all, the Zodiac Killer. This is an unidentified American serial killer who is believed to have murdered 6 people in Northern California, and this took place between 1966 and 1969. The San Francisco police have investigated over 2,500 suspects. I mean, that is a lot of people to question since the 1960s, but they haven't been able to find the killer. Or maybe they have, maybe they actually interviewed him, but he got away with it. The Zodiac Killer sent taunting letters to the police and the media with encrypted messages and ciphers that promised to give them clues about his identity, but no one was able to solve them. Those chilling messages also had horrific information about his victims. There are theories that the Zodiac Killer remained active through the 80s as well, and he murdered many other people. But sadly, this case remains cold, and it is one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in the entire world. Well, there you guys have it. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I was your host, Landon Dallatsing, and I'll see you all in the next most amazing top 10 video.